it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys looking for a second straight victory after coming out on top a week ago. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys already secured home field advantage for the playoffs, so not a lot to play for as the AFC will come through here.
Chad Ryland.
And off we go from Denver. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80, let's go.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. Runs through the contact. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check.
Now back to throw. Open man, that's Felton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while?
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led out by the former #1 overall pick from the University of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll run with the former LSU Tiger. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you got a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Just pick up a nice 1st down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go. 60 average. Get crap going.
To throw, here's Ward. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. To throw is Ward. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Dante Thornton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Oh, nice move. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
At the 39-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70. Let's go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. Jack Besh with it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Yard gain on the play. And the Las Vegas first down.
On the draw, here's Genty. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
Hey, check that. Check that.
18 on the play. First down, Raiders.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Reload! Ready? Broncos 80. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's good for Las Vegas.
Check.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. Throwing is Ward. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Out of the gun, Ward. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's Ward. Got a man and he hits him in stride. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
In motion, the tight end. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Mason Graham. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It is Week 17. Playoff spots on the line, seeding on the line, coaching jobs may be on the line. Let's dive in. Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the AFC. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. This would turn out to be one of the biggest plays of the game. The Desperados win their 4th straight as they get the victory here. Got another one to get to right now. How about Gang Green, the Jets, as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals? And it's the talented and speedy Breece Hall. He's going to bull his way in from a couple yards away. One more for you. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. It's the Rams hosting the Seattle Seahawks. And it's Keon Coleman. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. It's going to wind up as a 53-yard touchdown. The Seahawks find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. With that, we'll show you the playoff picture in the NFC. Still lots to be decided as we speed towards a conclusion next week. Meanwhile, in our game, a fairly even first half, all things considered. 14-7 is the halftime score as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Ward. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Ward. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. They're all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Riley on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now Urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Off play action, Ward. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Ward. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside. And caught up. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Ryland now following the touchdown. Back out to kick it away. Gets past 1 man. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
Come on. Hey! 70, step away.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trenton Simpson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Let's go.
Ward off the play fake. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Ward. That's complete right around the 8. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And that last throw, not going to count for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Dante Thornton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Raiders 7. Chad Ryland to kick off.
Back out is the kicker Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. From the gun, here's Ward. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
6 yards to go.
79 Broncos.
Ward now working out of the gun. Throwing there, and it's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down.
Warriors, 70.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Ward. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 28-yard line.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Broncos have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Second and 4. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third and 4.
19, Charger, 19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A gain of 31 yards.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's another Raiders first down.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
42. Raiders 14.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over.
The home
first
team's
and 10.
offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate.
And now the ball's out, funneled near midfield. this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing now, Ward. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They'll throw again, Ward. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Ward to throw for it on fourth. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Oh, look at the juke. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this.